So hello and welcome back to another episode of Roll for Puppet, the series where we let these dice design our next creature. I hope you've enjoyed the first 5 episodes of Roll for Puppet so far. We've had a lot of fun, but today we're going to get started with episode 6. As always, we're going to start off by rolling for our head shape with a d20, and we have 11 for the long snout head shape. So this one has not shown up yet in season 4. This is like such a throwback to season 1 vibes. And now let's find out what kind of puppet character personality we have with our chaos dice, and we have it's a baby. I love that so much, and again, it's the first roll of that personality for season 4 so far, so that's always fun. The dice are trusting us today, and of course a long snout mixed with the baby personality is giving me like baby dinosaur. That's immediately where my mind went with those two prompts together. So today we're going to be making a little baby dinosaur, and I just think that's going to be a lot of fun. If you're wondering what I'm talking about with the different seasons, I have now uploaded the first 3 seasons of Roll for Puppet as big compilations here on YouTube as well, because they started over on TikTok, and there's like hundreds of episodes and there's like 20 hours worth of content. So I've uploaded them as big compilations, big long episodes that you can kind of sit down and work through at your own speed or fall asleep to. They're really nice and comforting. They're all linked in the description, or they should be like somewhere here on screen if I figure out how to do that. Go check those out after this episode because it'll give you a little bit more context for season 4, or if you did watch all of it, just a nice little trip down memory lane as well. And that's definitely what I had as I was editing them all together. I had forgotten just how many different puppets we've created over the years. So check out those long compilations. Let me know what your favourite episode is, what your favourite character is. Some of them are just so unbelievably chaotic. Anyway, back to the matter at hand. Episode 6, our baby dinosaur long snout. We're gluing all of the foam work together with our contact adhesive for our forbidden honey sandwich. Once it's all dry, we're going to press it together to form the shape. And here we have our foam work. So here's the long snout head shape. For those of you that haven't seen it before, he's already giving really cute baby dinosaur vibes. And now we need to roll for our colours. First of all, for the amount of colours, and the dice says 1, so monochrome. That colour is again 11, double 11s this episode for dealer's choice. Thank you, oh wise and mighty dice, for trusting us. So I decided to go for this combination of like really nice warm kind of caramel brown fur with this beige brown fleece. We're getting prehistoric vibes, dinosaur vibes with these two colours. I think this warm brown fur is just so cozy and delicious looking. And the nice, soft, pale, kind of baby beige brown for the fleece on the belly is just adorable. I want to cuddle it. So we're going with monochrome brown for this episode, even with a little brown bead glued to the little belly to make a little belly button for the adorable, cute dinosaur baby. And I know the belly button won't be seen, but I still wanted it to be brown and monochrome to go with the puppet. This is our favourite way to add a little bit of definition to the belly at the moment. You just can't stop us from adding belly buttons to these puppets. I think it looks adorable, and we're going to add lots of definition later to make it really stand out. We have the brown caramel fur on the puppet's body, which we're going to sew together. And then once it's in place, we're going to trim back the fur to reveal that fleece underneath. The cuddly little soft belly patch. And then I'm just going to go in and sew around the edges between the fur and the fleece to blend those lines really nicely, make sure that everything looks nice and tidy. And there's no harsh edges where you need to glue or anything. I prefer to hand sew them because it just looks much more natural. And then we're going to have the light brown fleece for the puppet's face as well. So we're just trimming that and marking it in place. We're going to glue it along the mouth plate. And then comes all of the proper fitting and trimming and hand sewing of the seams down the puppet's face. I'm just going to pin everything in place to make sure that it's nice and form-fitting and there's no sort of like saggy areas before I go in and hand sew it all up. Then we're going to have the same light fleece for the hands, the wrist, and a tiny bit of the forearm of the puppet. And then fur for the rest of the arm. So we're going to kind of have like half and half. And I always think this looks so cute and kind of like kind of like they're growing out of their fur. Maybe they're growing out of their feathers, and as they get older, their skin gets less fluffy. I don't know. I always, whenever it's like baby or cuteness overload, I always like these features that kind of look like the puppet is in the middle of a growth spurt. Like, some things are too big, some things are growing out, some things are too small. You know what I mean? So there is the half fleece, half fur arms, and it's also kind of giving like caveman, so that works well with the dinosaur theme. There's the really cute belly button that's poking through the fur. We have our little happy dance, and then we're going to roll for our eyes. So, first of all, we have 3 for cab eyes, which means we need to roll for our iris colour, and we have 15 for forest, which is nice and natural, goes very nicely with the dinosaur theme that we have today. So this is one of the head shapes that definitely need the forward facing eyes, just to help find the focus and to make it look like the puppet is looking forward rather than up in the air. Dark green, beautiful iris colour, and I feel like it goes really well. It's a nice pop of colour from the beiges and the browns that we have on the puppet. Really stands out nicely, so we're just going to find the right positioning for those, screw them in place, and finally we're going to roll for our features. So we have 3, 6, and double 18. So that's going to be for horns, lashes, and 2 props. The dice really wanted this puppet to be kitted out today. So to start off with our horns, we really wanted these curly, kind of mythical horns. They look very much like cute curly dinosaur horns, but we just wanted to spray them up to help blend them into the body nicely. So we sprayed them brown. We're going to let them dry to the side for a moment. To add the lashes, we definitely wanted to add some fleece eyelids to the puppet's eyes first of all, so we're just going to glue that in place. And then I wanted black, bold, spiky, cartoon style eyelashes, so they look really cute and just like a cartoon dinosaur. You know where I'm going with it. I feel like I'm over explaining myself, but I'm sorry, you can put me on mute if you want to. So we cut these out of black foam sheets, and they look really expressive, really bold, and they just make the eyes pop so much. It looks really nice and contrasted against the black and the white and the green of the irises. We also decided the puppet needed a little tuft of hair on the top of its head in the same warm caramel fur, and it just looks so cute. We made a little puppet-sized wig, which is always one of my favourite things. So we're just going to sew that to fit, and then sew it onto the puppet's head, blend the fur and the fleece really nicely again, and then moving on to attaching those horns now that they've dried, and just the gradient? What? Why have I lost the ability to speak? Graduated? You know what I'm trying to say. The colour looks lovely. Moving on to a little extra prop that we wanted to give them. We decided that they have a little dinosaur family heirloom necklace, and it's made of like teeth and beads, and I just thought that looked beautiful, really prehistoric. A little vintage dinosaur prop. So we're going to set that to the side, move on to adding some definition, some shading, and some colour. We have a little bit of shading around the belly, around the belly button. We're going to add some around the eyes and the base of the horns where it blends into the fleece on the puppet's head. Just anywhere where the puppet needed a little bit extra shading and colour. I always think this helps finish a puppet off so much. And now for one of our props, we designed and 3D printed this puppet-sized teething ring, but it's like a human's head because that's what a parent dinosaur would give their baby. It's of a human's head. That's so cute. And then its second prop is a little cuddly teddy bear that they carry around everywhere. Even once they tell everyone that they've grown out of it, they haven't. And of course, we have a little fleecy puppet tongue there in the mouth. I think we forgot to show that clip in the build, but every puppet needs a tongue, and it's just a lovely little pop of colour. And of course, there you can see a little bit better their dinosaur family heirloom necklace. This has been handed down from generations, and I just thought it was a nice little extra, and it adds a little cute touch to the puppet's body. So there we have it, our finished Roll for Puppet. Episode 6. Thank you so much for sticking around. I really hope you enjoyed it. Let us know down in the comments what you would name this puppet and what their detailed backstory is. And of course, we will see you next week for a brand new episode of Roll for Puppet. This puppet is available for adoption as well if you would like to take him home. and we'll see you next week. Don't forget, if you would like to support the show and help us continue making this content, and if you want these episodes early and ad-free, you can join our Patreon. It's such a great little community, and there's lots of fun perks like access to a Discord server, a book club, pin of the month club, discount codes to our website, and much, much more. And we'll see you very, very soon. Don't forget to check out the Roll for Puppets Seasons 1 to 3 compilation episodes.